No.
Math. So don't tell me that it can't be in Mason.
I didn't know that.
Shit can be anywhere. They don't care.
You had a math class in Rockefeller?
Yes.
Yikes.
It was weird as fuck.
I can't. I'm having a hard time. That makes
It was like
sense,
next
but
to
it
the
doesn't.
dance studio too, which was like
The
extra
fuck?
weird.
When was this?
Last semester.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit, we're going. No,
Oh.
that actually wasn't that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know that.
Welcome to the CCF Podcast. I'm Kyle.
Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Ben.
So we have a lot of news this week.
Big news.
been a good week.
Fun
But
big
we're going to
news.
start with the most important news. There was a new Darth Vader comic.
All right, now it's the most important. Okay.
Yeah, now
All right.
it's the most
All
important.
right, no, it's fine. That's good.
This will
Whatever.
be the third Darth Vader series. The current one is ending at issue 25, just like the first one ended at issue 25. I'm willing to bet money this one will go to 25 issues, and
I
then they'll do
hope
another one.
It goes to 26. Just to spite you.
They've not said when exactly this
goes to
takes
24.
place.
Yeah, that works too.
Realistically, it's going to be in between it's going to just be the follow-up to the current comic, but before the first movie.
Is it just called Darth Vader? What is it
It's called Dark Legion, Vader Dark Legion or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
That's fun.
A lot of the Star Wars comics are pretty not great, but the Darth Vader ones are like better than some of the movies.
From what I've seen, yeah, actually.
Yeah, they're all very good. It's the only one that's like, what would happen if Vader just like fought General Grievous and just like kicked the shit out of him? Or like, what would happen if he fought any rebel that wasn't Luke or Han and he was allowed to kill them? And he does.
They're pretty sweet.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
You should check them out if you haven't seen them.
Yeah. But
You
for actual
absolutely
news, we had 2 trailers this week.
We had 2. Count 'em.
We're going to start with the one that no one cares about, and that's Captain Marvel.
Facts.
Captain Marvel.
I have nothing to say about this movie other than I'm sure Brie Larson is a good actress. The lines, at least in the trailer, read like me when I was in English class in high school. Like, they're not...
Oof.
I'm sure...
Ouch.
Like, she's a good actress. She's in other stuff that's fine. And this isn't like girls need to smile more, because I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But any emotion of any kind
Nice.
would be good. And if she's supposed to be emotionless, make her emotionless and not bored.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
No, I'm with you there.
It looks like a weird combination of Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Dragon Ball Z. And I'm not okay
But
with
not
any
like
of
the
that.
good parts of Dragon Ball.
No.
Like the worst parts.
Yeah, it's like the worst parts of all 3 of those movies in one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's about yet. Like, I know what the arc of the movie is going to be, but I don't know like what kind of movie I'm supposed to be expecting.
You're supposed to be watching an Avengers prequel.
I mean,
Because that's really what it is.
that's what it functionally is. But I mean, like in terms of like
Tone,
I was gonna say in terms of tone, it's like Ant-Man. I knew what I was getting into. It's gonna be like a pseudo heist movie comedy. I know you're looking at me funny, but that's fine because it tells you what it's going to be. Captain Marvel has not yet told us what type of Marvel movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It doesn't seem like it has that type of humor though.
Yeah,
It doesn't have that type of humor, but it's going to have that tone.
It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's going all in the 90s though.
Except, like, neither did Guardians. Guardians is the most current movie made in terms of tone.
Yeah.
It should have been a 70s movie. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to expect yet. So I'm reserving judgment, but the lack of a choice. It seems like there's a lack of a choice in several aspects of it, and that is not giving me good feeling about it, but I'm not against it yet. I don't immediately think it's going to be bad.
The trailer also feels very, we need you on board with this character, even
Yeah.
if you don't see this movie,
Mm-hmm.
which I understand, but that to me does not forecast well for Avengers 4 if they're like, we need you to understand this character, even if you didn't see this movie.
Yeah,
This quickly.
I think you're right. I think there's an aspect of that going on.
Because Ant-Man, as much as I don't like Paul Rudd's humor in those movies, if you didn't watch Ant-Man and then watch Civil War, it didn't feel like you were like, I don't know what the deal with this character is.
Yeah.
That did a very like, here's the deal with Ant-Man.
And now
He's an ant.
He's
Got
an
it.
ant. Yes, I am with you there.
So yeah, that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The other news is that there was a trailer for Avengers 4,
Yes.
which is going to be titled Avengers Endgame.
All right. Before we go forward,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on the actual title?
That is a shitty ass
It's a shitty title, isn't it?
That is the worst.
Sorry, I yelled.
Disney.
It's a shitty fucking title.
Disney
God damn it.
is on
It sounded real boring.
a 0 for 2 right now with naming things. The first
God
was Disney
damn it.
Plus, their streaming service. Now it's Avengers Endgame.
Endgame is so fucking stupid.
It doesn't sound like
It's
it sounds
not climactic.
Like,
Endgame
no.
sounds like a fan theory.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's right.
Like
yeah.
it's not.
Because it's like, because in the last movie, he says, Doctor Strange says, we're the Endgame now. And so that's what's going to be the title of the next movie. I'm
Which
like,
is-
that is some
my response to that was, that's stupid. You sound like you're from Reddit.
No, let me
Yeah,
just say
honestly.
that is some like Star Wars Episode 9 trying to figure out the title of like they must have said it in the last movie.
Literally, it's so
It's
stupid.
like the dumbest. Yeah, they all use generic phrases. None of them.
oh my
like,
god. Well, I've been backing.
I was fully expecting him to say it was either Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity Crusade.
Yeah,
Actually, I kind of liked Infinity Crusade because
that would have been. I'm okay with that.
that would have been sweet.
even though the story of actual Infinity Crusade, I mean, the story of Infinity War is not what happened in that movie.
That's okay.
But
that,
that's
like-
fine. That's not
In
the
the same-
names of the Avengers movies don't have to line up with the stories that the names are. originally
Sometimes
from.
they don't even take the concept. Sometimes they're just like, "That's a cool name. We're going to use
Yeah.
it," even though it has nothing to do with what happens.
I got -6 karma on Reddit because I said that in the thread, and
Oh,
I was
jeez.
like, I want Annihilation because it's a cool name. It's like from a comic arc,
Mhm.
and like it's alliterative. It's cool. Avengers Annihilation is so cool,
I
Okay.
watched the
and I
trailer
got
this morning.
downvoted
Anyway,
for that.
Let's talk about the trailer.
Talk about the trailer.
So we'll go through, I think, each of us opinions.
Okay.
I don't know where Mike stands. Me and you, I know, are going to be on very different sides of this.
Yeah.
So,
Mike, you want to set
why don't we
the
start with
set the
Mike?
tone
Where do you want to start with
of this conversation?
All right, I guess I'll go first. So I watched it this morning. I woke up and I was on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, the trailer's here. I guess I'll watch that.
Can we actually start by saying how we found out that the trailer was out today? Because I have a good story.
Cool.
I woke up and it was on Reddit.
I was like, it's not going to be released today. It's just not. They've never done like an announcement. They've always done like an announcement. They've done press before, and it's Disney. They're not going to just drop it. And then there was a YouTube live stream of like countdown to the Avengers trailer. Like, what even is going to be on this live stream? And I checked it, and it just said, check the Marvel YouTube page. And I was like, what? And some of the comments are like, just saw it on Twitter. I was like, is it real or like fake? And so I looked and it was real. I was like, what?
Anyway, what did you think of the trailer, Mike?
All right, so when I watched it, I was like, huh. I was getting into it. It's pretty neat. I like how it's sad. I don't think Iron Man's really going to die in space.
I mean, if only we were introducing a character that can fly through space
I was just
in
gonna
the
say.
previous movie.
So yeah, I thought it was neat that it like started off sad. It wasn't like upbeat. It's like, yeah, here it is. Get depressed. Shit turned to dust. Ready. That happened. Watch the next part. I'm like, okay, neat. I'm into this. And then the title card came up, the end game part. And I was kind of like, really?
Yeah.
And then I finished the trailer, and overall, I was like, huh, neat. I don't want to be on board with it, but I kind of am.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Kyle, do you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. This trailer was pretty fucking bad.
Really? That's
for-
surprising, Kyle.
Is
I
it?
know, right?
Is it
It's such
really?
That's
no,
surprising that you're critical of like a Marvel thing.
Yeah, I know. No one could have guessed. No, for several reasons. I have actual reasons. I think starting with, like, obviously Iron Man's not going to die, but it's nice to know that he didn't just, like, magic his way back to Earth. That, like, he was like, well, everybody, like, I failed, and now I'm probably going to die up here. So that was good. Cutting to Captain America.
Without his beard.
That I'm okay with.
No.
Captain America said literally everything in this trailer. Everything from everybody has died. We all failed. Ant-Man is here
For
in
some
the
reason.
same tone that he talked to Spider-Man in Civil War. He was just like, hey, we both live in New York. He's literally just like, yep, we fucked up, with like no sense of like, yeah, and everybody died.
He had one single tear strolling down his eye.
Yeah, in a shot where he wasn't speaking. Black Widow says the same. She says it so just like as if that's like a normal thing that happens. She's just like, oh yeah, Thanos did what he wanted to and killed half of everybody.
They can't be sad about it. They got to move on. They got to get them.
Yeah, she would, but like
we're in the end game now.
Yeah,
Hashtag quote unquote T-pose.
No
the
sense.
sadness already happened.
No sense of regret or urgency for their actions. Ant-Man is there for further confirming that A, they will never explain the end credit scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and B, they're 100% doing time travel. Also, I have Twitter news that says Captain America is 100% dying.
Well, Twitter news said the trailers are going to come out on Wednesday.
Well, how about this is from Chris Evans' actual Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Marvel's official Twitter just tweeted the picture of the spaceship floating in space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it said, like, part of the journey is the end.
Yeah.
And then Chris Evans retweeted it being like, you have no idea what this movie is.
That's pretty good,
So
actually.
he's pretty much like, I'm fucking dying in this movie.
That's great.
I'm down with that. I like
Yeah, the fact that they just had no sense of, like, emotion other than just like, yep, and we just got to do what's next. No sense of like, yeah, we kind of fucked up.
But Kyle, Captain America was so sad he shaved.
You ever been so sad you shaved your entire face?
No. I can't say I have.
But we're getting Hawkeye back.
I can vouch for
Everyone's
that.
favorite
Mike has a
Avenger.
You
full
mean
beard.
Ronin, but not the Ronin from Guardians?
No,
Ronin,
fuck
the new
off.
Ronin?
Hawkeye is the worst character in any of these movies.
Well, duh.
I'm waiting for you to finish your thing, because I'm going to say my thing
And
about
I
that.
hate Hawkeye. And I hate that he's in this movie.
Second
Like,
it.
I get emotionally why, but what the fuck is fucking Hawkeye gonna do?
Kill Captain America with a brick. Next point.
Yeah, that's true.
Next
It might
point.
happen.
That's true. Yes,
Um,
it's possible.
And Ant-Man just, like, I get that it's supposed to be the jokey character, but it shows that they're not even taking this remotely seriously.
Well, he doesn't know.
He knows everybody died.
Does he?
Yes, that's
'Cause
how he got stuck in the quantum
Yeah,
realm.
but he doesn't know they died. They could have just went away. He doesn't know what happened.
He would know that half of everybody died if he had to drive across the fucking country. Dude lives on the other side of the. He
All right.
lives in San Francisco,
Yeah,
right?
You got me there. I forgot.
He noticed.
You
Maybe
gotta-
his daughter might have been disintegrated. We don't know.
You have to remember my strong dislike for this, like these specific movies.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
like
know.
details are lost on me.
Let's just say I'm not looking forward to fucking Ant-Man being in this. But
Not at all.
predictions we'll get to in a second. Ben.
All right. I'm adjusting my mic so I can relax while I say this.
Yep. That you liked it a lot.
This is a fine-ass trailer, ladies and gentlemen. I was a very big fan of everything that I saw.
Told you
I
this
liked-
would happen.
I appreciate that Tony Stark is alone in like a spaceship with Nebula,
He's not
I guess.
Yeah, with Nebula.
With Nebula's there, I
You
think
see
maybe.
Nebula in the
Is
ship.
she?
Which is
Oh,
a
I'm serious.
weird like
It's not in the opening shot, but later you see her
Yeah.
in the ship, so it's probably just a like, hey, can you give me a second while I like record my dying message to my like not wife?
yeah.
It's gonna be a weird like.
Well, no, they're married.
Are they actually married now?
Oh, you know what? No, they were engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't married. They never had the wedding. They were planning it.
That's a weird team up between
All right.
Iron Man and Nebula.
Isn't it weird? It's bizarre.
Well, I mean,
Don't worry,
like,
it's
who's
gonna last
left?
all of 5 minutes before Captain Marvel saves them.
Okay.
Goku, Green Lantern.
The trailer seems to suggest that
Clearly
Captain
pick one.
America is going to play a major role
You're right.
in the movie, and that I'm down for. I'm ready
Captain
for more
America
Captain
had
America.
more lines in this trailer than he did all of Infinity War.
That
that is
is
not a joke. That is a
pretty true.
fact.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, either way. Ronin, I am so here for. I love it. That was so cool. I'm ready for Hawkeye to do cool things again.
Name one cool thing Hawkeye's ever done.
He had that thing in Age of Ultron.
I mean that joke he cracked.
That
That's not cool.
no, I like
Getting
his
Quicksilver killed.
Sure,
Getting yeah.
that was great.
He did do that.
He had some cool scenes in Avengers. He had some
Did
cool
he?
action scenes. Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did take out a helicarrier with one arrow.
That is true.
Yeah, I liked all that. I think it would be. They probably won't do this. I think it would be ballsy to do. To have like the cold open be like 5 minutes long, and Tony Stark dies in the Milano, and then it slowly fades into the title screen.
Great cookies.
Well, it's almost as if we're going to be time traveling, so nothing.
No, exactly.
Matters.
So I'm saying the time travel would undo it, but like that would be a cool way to set the tone of the movie. It's like,
for people
yo,
that don't know, Avengers 4 is going to feature time travel.
I'm positive of this.
We've known this for a while. There's a lot of evidence, starting not without going spoiler territory completely. It was set up in Ant-Man and the Wasp that time travel exists in this universe.
They mentioned time vortexes or something like that.
Time plays an aspect into Thanos getting the Infinity Stones. Like, you can't just get the gauntlet and just undo it, because that won't solve the overall problem of if Thanos just decides to do this again, no one's actually capable of taking him down.
Yeah.
And then set leaks from a long time ago feature Ant-Man, Bruce Banner, and Tony Stark in their current outfits, and Captain America in his Avengers 1 costume on a street that it's hard because there's not like a zoomed out shot. It's the street from Avengers 1.
Yeah.
In front of Grand Central Station. And then they've all got like a little like bracelet thing on their like back of their hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, so like that's the thing that lets them like go back.
Yeah.
And Captain America is just going like undercover, because why else would he be in his first costume but
That's
have that
why
bracelet?
he shaved.
Dun, dun, dun!
We did it. We wrote the movie. Good job, team.
Yes. All right. Let's meet back later, and we will write Suicide Squad 2.
I'm down.
I was trying to think of something snarky to say, but I couldn't.
The snark muscles are.
That's because he knows we could do it.
Yeah, we actually
We
probably.
could-
Honestly,
writing a suicide movie could not be hard.
A suicide movie?
We could
suicide
just,
movie.
Yeah, we could just take whatever like sleep rambling somebody has, and it would make a better movie than what Suicide Squad.
Can we
was.
make the Slipknot solo film?
Oh fuck
Yes. And it'll be like leading up, and it'd be him establishing him as like the heir to the throne. He's like, all right,
Yeah.
this is great. I'm going to accept this when I come back from my Suicide Squad mission. I'm sure it's going to be great.
He
It'll be
can
awesome.
climb anything.
He can.
But also another fun thing concerning the time travel. There's been a series of toy leaks.
Of course there have.
There's always the fucking toy leaks.
Damn it, Lego.
So the two big ones are they have Thor, Rocket, I think it was Captain America, and somebody else in like a full white bodysuit.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Yeah.
And people think that's going to be like the time travel suit. That's like what, and it looks very, very similar to the quantum suit that Hank Pym has.
Okay.
So people think that's going to be like the time travel suit.
All right.
Also, there's a female purple Iron Man.
What?
Who the toy is mentioned as Rescue.
I was going to say, Rescue's in this movie?
Who the fuck is Rescue?
Pepper Potts with an Iron Man suit.
Oh, I figured. Okay.
She's also confirmed for the next Spider-Man movie, Far From Home.
Really?
Tony Stark is not. Robert Downey Jr. is not confirmed, but Jon Favreau and Gwyneth Paltrow are.
Oh, interesting.
Supposedly, we are getting the Spider-Man trailer tomorrow.
I am skeptical.
Even if it doesn't, we are getting a Spider-Man trailer before Avengers 4.
Yes.
Because there's just not enough time to do the marketing campaign. It comes out like 2 months later.
It comes out in July, right?
Yeah, so 2 months later.
Yeah.
It's like 2 months and a week.
Yeah.
It's almost guaranteed. From Sony's previous releases, Sony tends to spoil a lot in their trailers. Even if Disney took control of this trailer and didn't let Sony just spoil Avengers 4, you still have to explain how Spider-Man is alive.
Yeah.
So you're basically giving up. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know they're coming back. but a lot of people don't because people don't read comics.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people were legit, like, they killed these characters off.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, don't know that they're coming back.
I have...
Good for them, though, I guess.
I'm
Which
curious.
is good. It's going to be exciting. But it's also, like, that means if they watch even one Spider-Man trailer, they're going to know immediately everybody gets resurrected. The only tension in this movie is, does Captain America die? Which all signs are pointing to... I will be shocked if he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And does Iron Man die, or does he just give up being Iron Man? Is he just like, I am too old to be trying to fight Thanos. I'm just going to be a mentor and like step into people's movies who probably won't make as much money if we can put Iron Man on the poster.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say my guess is that they're not going to address it at all. They're not going to address the fact that Infinity War even happened.
They have to.
They're not going to. I don't think so.
How?
It's just going to be a Spider-Man trailer.
But the problem is Tom Holland is still Spider-Man.
I know, but they're not. It's just going to be a regular trailer.
It doesn't matter what you say. Everyone that is not like hardcore into this is immediately going to be like, well, you've ruined Avengers 4, so I don't need to see it.
I don't know.
I have held for a very, like, I'm not like, oh, the fatigue is finally setting in, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've said for a long time that this specific year of movies is the test.
Yeah.
Because it's too close. If Spider-Man was coming out in December, I'd be like, we don't actually know.
Why are they releasing it so close to...
Because they want it to be a summer movie.
Yeah, Marvel is a summer blockbuster, despite the fact that
true.
one's coming out in fucking February, or March.
March
When is
8th.
Captain Marvel? So
Captain Marvel is March 8th.
It's almost exactly 6 weeks between Captain Marvel and Avengers, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Less than Black Panther and Avengers 3.
Yeah.
Less than pretty much any other movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to just play it off as like... They're not going to play it off as anything. Because it's just going to talk about the story. They're not going to be like, hey, remember the time when everyone got dusted?
It doesn't matter. To the general audience, it doesn't matter. They're going to see that...
I don't think they're going to care. I don't think people are going to care as much. I think serious fans are going to care. I don't know if the general public is going to care. Because they may have...
fans know that they're coming back.
Well,
already.
Serious, just MCU fans might not.
Right.
Like,
that's the
we
thing.
do because we're fucking losers. But like,
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I'm saying serious MCU fans that have never read a comic ever.
They'll be upset,
which is
I
the
think.
the overwhelming majority.
Okay.
Even if they don't talk about it at all, you're going to know immediately Spider-Man at minimum is resurrected. It'd be weird if they only resurrected just Spider-Man.
Right.
So everybody's getting resurrected.
But I don't know if people will be thinking about Infinity War when they watch the new Spider-Man movie. Unless the events of Infinity War play a big part. Oh, they have said that does happen, though.
Yes.
They've said that, like, it takes place right after Endgame. And, like...
And in typical Sony fashion, I will put a real dollar on this.
One single real
Yeah,
dollar.
one single real
All right.
dollar.
U.S. currency.
The trailer opens with Peter Parker just telling his friend, I don't know what the friend's name is. Ned. Just recapping Avengers 4, being like, yo, some crazy shit happened on this, like, Titan. And then I got turned to dust, and then Captain America went back in time and sacrificed himself so we could all come back to life. I came back from... Like, I guarantee he'll just spoil the whole movie in the trailer. That's a very Sony thing. If Sony has control of the marketing, that is they'll give the game away immediately.
I believe it.
So next week we'll tell you what we think after the trailer comes out.
Yeah, if it comes
we're
out
back on
tomorrow.
this.
I have there's no real proof that it comes out tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
The original, like nobody knows where these leaks came from, but the original leak was Captain Marvel Monday,
Avengers
Wednesday, and Spider-Man Friday. A president died, so they didn't release it Wednesday.
Former president.
That's why I said a president.
Just one of the few remaining.
Yeah. How many are left now? 4?
Carter,
Oh, he's still alive.
Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump.
5.
Yeah.
So there's 5 living presidents.
Yes. Carter's got to be old as shit. Now,
Carter's
right?
old as shit.
I forgot he was alive. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he'd already died.
No,
dude,
he
he was-
like outlived Reagan somehow, despite him being older than Reagan.
Son of a bitch.
Wasn't it Carter than Reagan? Because like
Yes,
people,
which is why it's like weird that Reagan died and he didn't. Because
Reagan had like a brain tumor, right?
yeah, but Jimmy Carter was like 70 when he took office.
He was like a peanut farmer though. They like lived
Yeah.
forever.
That's
How
because
old?
all the
Can you-
protein in the peanuts kept him
I'll look it
alive.
up.
I don't have my laptop on me.
I've got my phone.
Okay, cool.
You looking up how old Carter was?
Yeah.
Or is?
Yes.
In the meantime, I do want to say that we have done elections for our new e-board,
This is true.
and we have some new. We have a new e-board.
Jimmy Carter is 94.
Really?
Holy shit, moly!
Yeah, that's why I'm like he was old when he took
That's
office.
old. Yeah, that's
Like,
old, dude.
That makes sense. I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, that just sounds right. Like,
Yes, we
Yeah,
have a new
94.
e-board.
I did want to say
I'd
we
like
e-board.
to congratulate our new president, Ben.
Hello.
And VP, Mike.
that's
VP
me.
Mike.
What up, friends?
Our treasurer is going to be Emma.
Yes.
Secretary is still TJ.
Still boring old TJ.
Boring old TJ.
And
her basic
PR is
emails.
Zach. So,
Yes. Yeah.
congrats to all of them.
I still have my vice president award, which is
Oh
the
my
leather
God, you
bracelet
do!
that
A
Colin
bracelet
gave
from
me.
Cullen.
Wonderful.
But yeah, sorry, I want to go back to talking about Avengers.
yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely
let's talk.
sorry.
Please.
I think
Get out of here, Carter.
this is why I've said like,
Jimmy.
yeah, we got distracted. There. No, I've said for a long time that this would be the like test year, but I think it's really because nerd stuff has never been cool.
Mhm.
We're in this like, it's cool to be a nerd now, but not really. Nerd culture is cool. Being a nerd is still not cool.
All the normies try to make it
And
cool
I'm not
before
like,
ruin it.
and I'm not like, well, that's because like, and the proof of this is that Blade Runner didn't make any money, but Avengers did, because like they're very different types of movies, even though like one is much nerdier than the other. But like,
I can back what you're saying, because I think it was a guy who's doing stand up, and he was saying that when he went and saw Spider-Man 2 for the first time, he just cried, because he was like he cried real man tears, because he was like, this is the realization of what I read as a kid in the form of a movie, and he was
I've
so
seen
emotional
this
about that.
also.
And he was saying that like that's not cool to do still. So until that becomes like a cool thing to do,
and it
being a
never-
nerd will not be cool.
and it'll never be,
No, it won't.
because
I'm okay with
reading
that.
a comic
fine.
is inherently uncool.
Yeah. I carry around Watchmen with me in my backpack because
Like,
I'm still reading.
Watchmen is held up by Time Magazine of all. I think it was Time Magazine.
Time. Yep.
They made a list of the best 100 books in the last 100 years. That was several years ago now. I think it was in 2006.
Something like that.
But still, like, how many? If you were to make the list again, how many books really are in the since 2006 are being held up as the greatest of
The
all
art
time?
of the deal.
That's before 2000.
Oh shit, you're right. The art of the deal too.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know when
No,
books come out.
and Watchmen is held up, and it's not like number 100. I think it's number 40-ish.
It doesn't say on the back here. It's one of
Yeah.
Time Magazine's 100 best English language novels since
He just carried
1923.
it on him. He wasn't lying.
Watchmen is.
I have it on me.
But
this
the
is
thing
it. I'm
is,
holding it.
Like,
I believe it.
Watchmen
I can see it.
is not like. I'm not going to say it's not a comic book, because it clearly is, but it's not an ongoing story. It's not Spider-Man or Superman or
They'll never
Batman,
end.
where it just never ends and it's been around forever. Watchmen is.
Yeah.
So they've tried to do sequels and spin-off, and none of them have ever worked. Everyone's just like, there's the original work, and then like also there's this. It's kind of like how there is a Back to the Future cartoon,
Oh, that's true. Gross.
There's a Back to the Future video game.
It doesn't surprise me.
but nobody's ever like
Telltale game.
Oh,
Really?
fucking
Rip
great.
in peace.
But nobody ever holds those up as like a center. It's like, yeah, there's the trilogy of movies, and then also there's some other crap that no one cares about. That's kind of like Watchmen, where it's like there's the essential one, and then there's some other crap.
No, absolutely.
Just knowing that about Watchmen inherently makes me a dork.
Yeah.
Having strong opinions about the Watchmen movie, other than it was bad, make you a dork. Like,
Having an extended conversation about the semantics of the title of the upcoming Avengers movie is a dorky thing to do.
Right,
Arguing philosophy of any comic book with a random person doesn't know comic
and
books or
this
philosophy.
is and
Exactly.
we're in this weird time in the MCU where they're transitioning away from the like cool aspects of superheroes and having to do the nerdy shit. And that's...
Oh, can you explain that a bit? I'm not sure what you mean.
So, Iron Man is cool. Even if you've never read a comic, the concept of Iron Man is cool as shit.
It's pretty sweet.
But they've sort of done the only 3 Iron Man stories. Marvel has this weird thing, but DC has it too. But like, I'll use Batman because he's had more movies. There are a lot of good Batman stories. So you could theoretically do Batman movies essentially forever just drawing off the already written comics. Even if they stopped publishing Batman forever right now, you could still do a ton of movies based off just the already written stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of characters don't have that, though. Marvel doesn't have that for a lot of their characters.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, yeah, there are tons and tons of stories about Hawkeye. But other than like the one where he becomes Ronin and the one where he is like, I need to like prove that I'm a good Avenger, there's not a lot of stories with him. Hulk has 2 stories, which is his origin and Planet Hulk, and that's pretty much it.
His new run is pretty good.
Right, but like, that's not going to be a movie.
Yeah.
Iron Man, they're not going to do the one where he's an alcoholic. And that's the one story that everybody knows about Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They already did Extremis.
Yeah. They did.
And there's a ton of
way.
And movies, and they've also got, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but the Marvel movies are also running into the things are taking place in real time problem. So, a general rule for comics is that every 10 years in the real world is a year in comic book world. That doesn't work verbatim, and there's been continuity resets and time travel and all sorts of stuff, but it's basically the way of saying, like, how does all of this stuff happen in real time?
Mm.
But the movies are happening in real time. Like, 20 years of Iron Man comics, they can still pretend that Tony Stark is a 45-year-old man, whereas Robert Downey Jr. is getting like physically unable to do it.
Yeah,
and he's only been doing it for 10.
Yeah, and I think, but I do think that out of that, they've become more, maybe not like event specific accurate, but the general tone of them feels like, I said this for Civil War and I said this for Infinity War, watching those movies feels like reading a comic book.
Yes. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But the problem is becoming that like normal audiences don't care about all of that. They're just going to know that Robert Downey Jr. is no longer Iron Man and Captain America died, so why do I give a shit anymore?
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think you're right.
You can't, like, Batman is forever 35 years old, despite the fact that he adopted Dick Grayson when he was 12, and Dick Grayson is now, like, 25. Batman has stayed the same age.
Mm. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
you're right. I agree with you.
Because characters you can, like, sort of age up characters a little bit.
I think
you can't have, like, Damian, who I dislike, and this is also Batman. I know more about DC than Marvel. Damian had a 13th birthday. We're never getting a 14th birthday. We might get, like, there's glimpses to the future. Like, in 5 years, this is where he'll be. But, like, we're never going to get a, like, Bruce is now 75 years old and Damian is the new Batman, unless it's a specific, this is an alternate reality.
Version of that story.
It's not going to be the ongoing story.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, they've done a lot of things where they've aged up heroes for certain things.
But never in real time.
Yeah.
It's always
like
just
a
like,
separate story.
what if Bruce Wayne really was like 75 like he should be?
Like Dark Knight Returns, obviously its own story, but it's still Batman. but it's not like part of the main Batman continuity.
Right.
But I do think you have a point.
And-
I think that
And movies
after
don't have that. Sorry.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I think you have a point. I think after Avengers 4 specifically, I think the MCU is going to it's gonna peak then, and then the numbers are gonna start going down.
Well, we know what our new main trilogy is going to be, and by that I mean the current main trilogy of Marvel is Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's probably going to be Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and
Black
Captain
Panther.
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I honestly think they were caught off guard by how well Black Panther did.
Yeah.
I think they knew it would do well like their movies do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they expected it to like rival the Avengers level of success.
Oh, it did. It didn't. It cleared $1 billion, right?
I think it was 1.3 billion. I'll look up the box office.
That's yeah. That was a big deal. That was. I remember. I remember when it came out last February. Everyone was talking about it, and it was like, oh wow, this is like a big deal.
Like massive groups of people were super hyped to like go see it. And I'm like, hey
yeah,
man,
people
good for you.
who like
Absolutely.
didn't seem that they were like usually interested in comic books. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, go see it. It's cool.
So yeah, go right ahead.
Superhero
I hope
movies
you
are
enjoy
awesome.
it.
They're great. I love them.
So this is domestic gross, not worldwide.
All right.
Do you want the total or the opening weekend?
Give me both.
Okay, so opening weekend. Invalid chart ID. Okay, never mind. Total gross. Sorry, this website's not great. This is domestic gross. Top 5 movies. Iron Man 3 made 409,000. Sorry, 409 million.
This is total domestic
Total domestic.
of the MCU.
Yes.
Got it.
I don't have this site doesn't give me the worldwide.
That's fine.
Avengers Age of Ultron, 459 million. The first Avengers, 623. Infinity War, 678. And Black Panther at 700 million.
Oh wow.
That's pretty good.
So, like, Black Panther made significantly more money.
Why did Iron Man 3 make that much?
Because it's Iron Man 3.
It's so weird.
The
Yeah.
other, I can...
I feel that.
That's a weird
I
one
won't
for me to be like
list
number
all
one.
the,
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
I won't like give you the monetary values, but the other one below Iron Man 3 is Captain America: Civil War, Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man. That's the top 10.
It's weird that both Guardians of the Galaxy movies are above the Spider-Man movie.
Only the second one is. The first one is below it.
Oh, you're right.
Clocking in at number 20, the worst performing one will always be the Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like-
my sweet friend, the Incredible Hulk. I wanted you. I like that movie a lot, even though it's not the best MCU movie. And
There's good parts of it. Yeah.
I dislike that they recast Edward Norton a lot.
Same.
Yeah, we may have talked about it here, but he was a good Bruce Banner.
He was a better
really
Bruce
good
Banner.
Bruce
I
than-
like that Bruce Banner
I
because he
don't-
was sad.
I don't like Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner at all.
I think he's
Neither
fine.
do
I dig it.
Um,
He does the Bruce Banner stuff well enough, and then he's just a charismatic dude. So
I just will always want Lou Ferrigno to be the Hulk, forever and always.
agreed.
Like, I know it's ridiculous, but also, like, it's Lou Ferrigno. Just paint the dude green. He's huge. It works.
Yes.
You got it.
So I think it'll
CG
be
is
interesting.
overused. Bring back Lou.
bring back Lou.
Hashtag bring back Lou.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see how regular people, the majority of the MCU's audience, react to major characters dying. And like, it's not like characters don't die in the comics, but the good example is I'll use Superman dying, which I know is a much bigger deal than most other people dying.
Yeah.
The first time Superman died, he was dead for a couple years.
It was on the news.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm saying like he was
Yeah.
dead for like Batman. Okay, so let's use Batman. Batman died in 2008, long after all the like bullshit of characters being resurrected, coming back, blah blah blah. He was dead for like until New 52, which was like a 4 or 5 year period. And all of the stories were just, yeah, Bruce is dead and he's not coming back. And, like, I knew in my head, obviously, Bruce Wayne is coming back.
Mm-hmm. That's...
But, like, the movies don't have that opportunity because they're, like, if Captain America dies, Chris Evans won't come back. You can't be like, in 5 years, Chris Evans will be back.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, he'll either have moved on or not be able to do it. Chris Evans might be able to, but, like...
You either got to bring him back...
You have to bring him back within, like, a couple months to a year or never.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so it's interesting
especially
to see...
for characters because, 5 years in comics, he can come back, Bruce Wayne can come back and now still be the same age when he died.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work for, how old is Robert Downey Jr.?
He's like 50-something.
Right. Let's say they kill Iron Man. In 5 years, they can't be like, hey, almost 60-year-old Robert Downey Jr., you want to be Iron Man again?
He's almost 60 now.
I'll look it up. But,
all right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this will be the test.
I think so.
I'm not like people need Marvel fatigue.
Yeah.
Every genre in movies has been
taken over by something else.
But it was always at its peak.
Interesting.
Like, rom-coms were huge. They made bank. And then Matrix came out.
It's interesting to see.
And it almost killed it overnight.
Because, like,
this
is the literal peak of this story.
Right.
Like, this is a story happening. It's not a genre.
And
really.
Matrix and action movies that were ripoffs of the Matrix were huge. And then Harry Potter came out and killed it almost overnight.
Yeah.
And we'll never know what it's going to be that kills it, but something is going to happen that kills it.
I hope so.
It's not going to be Mortal Engines. Sorry, that movie.
Yeah, God. I keep getting ads for it and it's like,
sorry, that movie.
Who cares?
I don't care.
I
don't care about that movie, but I'm being Stockholm Syndromed into being like, maybe I will watch this.
Well, I will tell you. Hey, Mike.
What?
And Kyle.
Yes.
Next weekend, 1 week from today,
okay.
Into the Spider-Verse opens. Want to go see it?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Friday night?
Let's go fucking do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a Regal gift card.
Fuck, all right.
You want to go to Regal?
The Cineplex, the Regal in, like, fucking Buffalo?
Hell yeah.
Road trip.
Okay. It is a
Road
better
trip.
theater than the one here.
I will go. I
You see
will
me in the
travel
Sticky Plex?
an obscene amount of distance to not go to the Dunkirk movie plex.
You're so correct.
Yeah.
I'd
you're
rather,
right.
honestly, I'd rather not see a movie than go see it there.
Dude,
Multiple times I've been like, want to see this? I'm like, here?
no, let's go to the one. Have you ever been there? The one in the
Yes.
Quaker Crossing?
Where?
No, I went to the one in the mall. Anyway,
One in the mall? No. We're going to Quaker Crossing then, because that's a good one.
Okay,
That's a good theater.
Sure. Sounds good.
for people listening,
We made plans to hang out.
Yeah.
We made plans to hang out just
none
now.
of you are invited.
You are no. This is for us. This
feel
is for the
free to
boys.
join us at the mall.
Just the mall.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out when we
the
figure it
one
out.
mall that's in Buffalo.
There's two. There's McKinley too.
Are we counting
Which one are you?
the,
That's the one I'm talking about.
What mall? What?
The one that's up next to
What
the highway.
fuck-
Is
fucking
this
theater.
important?
That's not a Regal. That's a Dipson theater.
Whatever.
Well, there's also the,
I thought you were talking about the other one.
the Galleria.
Galleria. That has a theater in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I have no fucking clue.
And
There's-
there's go-karts.
They've got
Anyway,
carts?
They
thank
fucking
you
have
for all.
go-karts.
Thank you everybody for listening. Next week will probably be
No,
our
hold
last.
on. Let's talk about go karts for a second.
Next
Go-karts
week will
are
probably be our last podcast of the semester.
Yes,
We'll share a tier.
it'll be
it'll
our.
be a-
We'll shit
well-
talk Spider-Man if that's come out by then.
We're gonna have a little
Um,
mini funeral for Kyle.
We will talk about other comic releases, not just of that week, but like of the year that we thought are interesting that we would recommend people check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. We've had our last official meeting. Congrats again to the new e-board,
Yay!
and thanks for listening.
Awesome.
Bye.
All right, hold on. We have one more. We have one more minute.
Oh.
Okay.
What? Mike, hot take. Mike, hot take. Do you have a hot take?
I mean, on what?
Literally whatever.
Oh man. All right, so this hat that it's my trademark hat. So if you've seen me, I'm always wearing this hat. I love this hat. It's been with me for years. I stole it from somebody, but I'm kind of pissed off. There's a small hole on the top of the hat. in the room. Everyone can see the small hole. I don't really know how to sew, so I'm kind of fucked. So I don't know how to fix it. But I can't lose this hat. This hat is my trademark. Without this hat, I am nothing. That's my hot take.
What if you got a new hat and just kept that for keepsakes?
No. It needs to be this hat. This hat has been through thick and thin, quite literally. This is my fucking hat. This hat's seen some shit, man.
We're not recording, by the way.
I know.
No, we are.